Hello everyone and welcome to episode 11 of the TEW9 Road to Glory series here on the channel. As of course we're in the Seaverse still. We've made it 1 year. And officially with that 1 year means we get to do a roll. So thank heavens we get a roll. Desperately need one. Hopefully it's a good one. But as far as, let's just get right into the roll. Because I feel like that is the big meat and potatoes of this. So let's just close. We just do that. Oh, there's TW 2020. There we go. Alright, so, again, just to remind everyone the rolls. Big list here. 101 of them, to be exact. And as far as where we're at right now with officially 1 year in the making, we have had our best event be topped, as our previous show, Night of Sin, Lucky 13, was a 56. So far, still, though, that best matchup is the Rob Reynolds Jules Knight matchup. As far as hopefully we can get maybe a 75, that would be crazy if we can get that in year 2. But obviously, we want to get that work for a tiny company here in year 2. As far as, I don't think we're going to probably get a 75 match rating. We will try, but no, as far as no guarantees for sure. We didn't have anybody break into the Power 500. That would have been great. That would have been a great role to have. Again, it's going to be a while before we get the 100 rating and the 100 show, or even the Company of the Year, or even have a Wrestler of the Year. It's kind of funny that we had to have a year completed, and it's like complete year 1. It's like, yeah, no shit, that took year 1. So now, once we figure out the role, we'll just put it in there, which, yeah, we can just hop right on over. Make it to 101. 65. Alrighty, so just go ahead and put that in. So 65. It's been a while since we've actually looked at the role, so I can't even tell you if it's good or bad. Oh, here we go. Alright, so sitting under the learning tree, watching other bookers break down how they do their booking process, and plus 5 to booking skill. So that is actually a pretty useful one. Actually, let's just copy that over. There we go. So now, back to TW we go. As far as, there we go, bam, there we nailed it. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and edit that, because that's an easy one to do, so we can just go ahead and do that now. As far as, again, we just gotta, luckily for me, there's not a whole lot of maxes in here, so I can just put the max in. We'll see us right away. There we go. About said right away, and about took me a hot minute to find it. There we go. I was looking to see if maybe the... Oh, yeah, business skill. Booking skill. So, now up to 45. Not too bad, actually. Again, we don't really use that, but it's still nice to have. While I'm thinking about that, I want to take a look at my contract. Because, okay, thank God. It stayed at $10. Perfect. So yeah, we got some more booking skill. As far as for the new year, I kind of changed up the stables a little bit as far as the rundown here, because I wanted to do something kind of like at the UFC when someone's about to enter the octagon and they're doing like the they're getting their rubbed in with Vaseline, which that sounds kind of crazy, but and they get checked by I guess I wouldn't say, I guess an extra referee, because it's not the referee that's in the actual cage, because sometimes it's Herb Dean out there doing it, but basically before they get into the octagon, and it's kind of like a talking point for the guy where they'll say, maybe their last, if they're on like a 5-fight win streak or 3-fight win streak, as far as maybe their statistics, like where they're at kind of all time, or even where they're at compared to their current division, like are they a top 3 striker, if they this or that, what their background is, if they're a Judokan, if they're a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, shit like that. So I kind of wanted to do something like that with Sin here. So what we're gonna do is show off kind of their current kind of record as far as year by year. So, year 1, of course, we obviously know it's going to be 3-3-1. But once we get into year 2, obviously, we're going to see what the overall year is going to be. And that's going to really show off either progress or regression, depending on the fighter. And also I want to make sure somebody is the OG Sin members, which there's almost everybody is besides Warren Turksbury, Big Bad Wolf, Walter Tagg, and Scary Terry Roundtree. But basically everybody else is still a OG member. Oh, and John Snyder is the silencer. But yeah, for the first one with Classic Harry Fry, he's coming off a draw with Nigel Stevenson. Of course, we're doing the rematch between these two, and that's having be on night 14 here. We'll see how he does, if he's going to make it 4-3-1, 3-4-1, or if it's going to be another fucking draw, and they'll be 3-3-2. But I figured that'd be a nice way of going about it. For Scary Terry, of course, year 1, 5-0-1. The first guy to reach 5 wins. The inaugural BMF champion, as he signed February of year 1. Because I figured it'd be easier to do that instead of by year. Instead, year 2022. But yeah, of course, is on a 6-fight unbeaten streak, which is kind of crazy. But as far as he is scheduled to have his first defense against the Big Bad Wolf, Walter Tagg, who's coming off a win against Rob Edwards, has the fastest KO in Sin history. Of course, that was against Rob Reynolds. Year 1, he was 3-2-0, and of course, he signed February of year 1. Human Weapon, Rob Edwards, he is on a 2-match losing streak. Of course, it was in the inaugural Kumite, was a finalist in that. And, 2-1 in year 1, and is an OG Sin member, of course. Shooter, Nigel Stevenson, coming off a draw, but he's on a 4-match unbeaten streak. 3-3-2, OG Sin member, again, he's having a match with Classic Harry Fry to determine where he's going to finish. If he's going to be 3-3-2, or 4-2-2, or 3-2-3. Blackwell Bush as the Burning Bush, coming off a loss against Rob Reynolds. He is 2-2 in Sin competitions. But, as far as there has been, obviously, he's been a part of, tag matches and trios matches and Stockton, what was the Stockton, I can't believe I was about to say the Stockton Stomp match, but that's not it. Can't believe I forgot the name of the gimmick that the Mendoza brothers had. But, then Goro Hatamoto, rather, as far as he is 2-2 as well. Coming off a win against Warren Turksbury. Of course, another OG Sin member. 1-4 for John Snyder on a 4-match losing streak. Of course, won his debut and has not won since then. As we'll see if he can turn that around in the new year. Jules the Sandman Knight was on a 7-match unbeaten streak, including Kumite bouts, before losing to Terry Roundtree for the BMF Championship. Of course, the inaugural Kumite winner, and is 4-2-1, and an OG Sin member as well. Figured that'd be kind of fun to do, to have sometimes bring in the Kumite bouts in there, because obviously we did not have there be official Sin City, matchup, a sanctioned match. So I thought that was a fun idea to kind of include that sometimes in some of these kind of bios. And then for Kaito Morimasa, he's coming off a win against John Snyder. There we go, training in MMA, primary practice, jiu-jitsu. It's 2-3-1, so losing record here in Sin in year 1. We'll see how he does, though, in year 2, if he can maybe swing that around. Kiyoshi Kawamura on a 4-match losing streak as well. And him and John Snyder are actually having a match at night of Sin 15, which this episode, it will be a double header. Because, again, I kind of want to toy with running 2 shows in the same month. I feel like we're almost making money. We're almost making a profit, and I kind of want to see what would happen if we do, in fact, run 2 shows in 1 month. Probably a bad idea, but we'll see as far as how that plays out. So they will, kind of the battle of the losers, really, here in Sin, as the first person to potentially get that 5th loss in Sin. That would be pretty brutal to be a part of that record. Marcus Mahan, of course, trained in judo. He's coming off a loss to Nigel Stevenson. He's 2-3-1. He's also a guy looking to get a positive record here and salvage that losing record after year 1. Same thing for Michel Bernard. He's coming off a win against Kawamura. Him and Marcus Mahan are actually going to have a match on Night of Sin 14. I about said 15, but yeah, that's the next one is 14. as both those guys, of course, similar records, actually identical records, 2-3-1. So the winner of that will be the rightful, maybe potential, right at 500, or still below 500 for the loser. Ray Cavallero, amateur wrestling background, is coming off a loss to Blackwell Bush. He is 2-3, so he's looking to again go back to 500 and maybe even get a winning record for year 2. Rob, the real deal, Reynolds, former kickboxer, coming off a win against Blackwell Bush. He is 3-1, as of course an OG Sin member as well. Roberto Guillotine Ayala, which we didn't really have a lot of things to talk about for him because just as far as coming off a loss to Warren Turksbury, and he was 3-3 in year 1, which he was a busy guy. We've booked him in probably 8 or 9 matches overall when you count the trios matches and whatnot. But as far as for him, he's coming in at 27, 27, still prime of his career. Let's go to Sin to really show off how many matches he's had. He had the Kumite match and the trios match where the Mendoza brothers left him high and dry during the Sin City street fight. Sugar Amano, who Palm Strike Master, since that's kind of what he's talked about in his bio, about his affinity for palm strikes and how well he can use them. Coming off a win against John Snyder, 2-4, looking to make it 3-4, maybe have a positive record in year 2 as well. Tobias Bastio, coming off a win against Kerry Fry, he is 3-3, so he's looking to get out of the 500 spot and get a positive record. And for Warren Turksbury, the newest member of the roster, of course, signed just in October, is 1-1. He's coming off a loss to the Gora Hatamoto, and he is scheduled to have a match. I actually forget who it's against now that I'm off the top of my head, but he's for night 15, so we'll see him on the second night. Again, I would love to be able to have a taping for both nights, but it just is what it is. Just TEW just does not work that way as far as having events with multiple day tapings. But we're good to go, though, because we have everything pretty much pre-booked. And the reason why, as far as giving the night off, about to say. So, what's going to happen here is originally, again, the idea was to have Walter tag Terry Roundtree kick on off the year with the title matchup. But there's going to be footage, basically CTV footage, and maybe even some cell phone footage of before the taping at the casino, Rob Reynolds attacking Walter Tagg, and they had to be separated by security. And Walter Tagg says, fuck that. We can push the title fight back. I want Rob Reynolds tonight, right here. As far as right here, right now. So that will be the main event. We have Michelle Bernard and Kato Morimasa, Ray Cavallero, Marcus Mahan, Roberto Ayala, and Tobias Bastio, and then, of course, the Kerry Fry Natural Sevens and matchup, which will be the co-main. We're going to let Scary Terry, we'll give him the night off. I know that much. Sugar Amano, yeah, correct. Yep, good to go there. Warren Turksbury's annoyed, so we'll give him the night off, too. Yeah, of course, don't want to give Rob Reynolds or... Yeah, I think everybody else... I guess we could... Yeah, Cal Moore's actually happy, so that's fine. Jules Knight's got normal. Snyder, we could probably have the night off, because, yeah, he's not wrestling tonight, so, yeah, we'll go ahead. Give him the night off. And, yeah, everybody else... We're cool with. Actually, I think Blackwell Bush... Yeah, but he's also an 8... Oh, no, he's not an 8. I was thinking he was. Doi. There we go. So that's going to be nice. To where, hey, they're giving the night off, so hopefully that kind of hinders a lot of the backstage incidences. Yes. They want us in Tucson. No, thank you. We have our fucking residency at the Piper Casino. Boy, the wrestling industry, very weak right now. That's tough. Again, the booking team meeting. Don't need that. Locker room incidences as Marcus Mahan failed to pick up a share of the tab of the shared rental car. That's probably the expensive travel days for the Aussies. As far as flying in to Las Vegas and then having to get another rental car on top of that too. But Marcus Mahan was found guilty of sins to pay the full cost and reimburse his travel partners. And oh my god, and he also wasn't joining the rest of the locker room for a night out, so he's got to buy drinks for everyone too. What a busy night for him. Goro Hanamoto turned up very late. Again, that should not be a locker room rule, but is what it is. Oh, okay, we don't need to inspire anybody anyways. Perfect. All right. So, for this night, of course, night one started it all. It's the attendance level of 77 people. Kind of funny. Hiroshi Kawamura beat Nigel Stevenson, and now he has not had a win since then. It's been a year since he's had a victory. But the footage, the CTV footage, that's just going to be a pre-show thing. Because, again, that would just be like a YouTube video going into the, we would upload that at just kind of like hours before the show would go up. And it'd be me explaining what happened and just kind of describing what the brawl was and how, again, we're pushing back the title fight for night 15. Which Walter Tag will get the win, though, but it's going to be pretty unique in the sense that Rob Reynolds eventually, it gets ugly. It doesn't, it's not like as far as a contest of respect, it is a full-on, it gets nasty. It's getting nasty, and Rob Reynolds will start using closed fist, and obviously the referee's got to call it. And stops the match, DQs him, and I think it's going to be a rage DQ, I guess. That would probably make the most sense to call it that. We'll see how that finish goes with the crowd. I got a feeling it's not going to work out well, but I kind of like the idea of having a blood feud kind of like this, where these guys hate each other so much. One guy is still mad about getting knocked out. Maybe he's embarrassed, to feel... not to feel, but to have the fastest knockout record against him, and how it put him on the shelf for a hot minute, and he's coming back with a vengeance. He called him out, wanted the fight, had to wait in line, and he just jumps the line. Said, fuck that. I'm not waiting. I'm fighting this guy. Gotta like it. I think it's an easy story to tell, type of thing. But yeah, Kerry Fry and Nigel Stevenson. Kerry Fry gonna get the win. I don't know. That's a tough one. Kind of want Nigel to win. Harry Fry, he'd be 4-3. Nigel will then be 3-3-2, which is hilariously almost exactly 500. Of course, with the 2 draws, it's just funny how that works out for him. But yeah, we'll keep it with Kerry Fry getting the win. I think Michel Bernard and Keito Morimasa will actually have the second best matchup on the card. We're going to let him go. We're going to have him be a steal the show matchup too. Whoever wins, is up to the game to decide there. Ray Cavallero and Marcus Mahan. Another matchup that I was going to leave up to TW, but I think Ray Cavallero could use this win more so than Marcus Mahan, personally. So he's going to jump up to 3-3. And, we'll have Nigel B. The agent in the Roberto Ayala and Tobias Bastio time limit draw. So the first match of the year, actually, I kind of don't like that. We'll have that be. Yeah, we'll switch that out. So that now is not the opening contest, time limit draw to kick off the show. But we get a draw. We get a deciding matchup out of the tie that we just saw on Night of Sin, Lucky 13, Michel Bernard, and Keito Morimasa hopefully having a good match, and Ray Cavallero getting the win here. I think it's going to be a good show. And with Walter Tag getting a win, even by DQ, he still is obviously going to be in line to have a fight. I always want to call them fights, but I guess I shouldn't. It should still be called matches. Have his match with Scary Terry Roundtree. And, we're good to go. Save the show, and just in case something bad happens, and there we go. So, 27 here for the, I love that. I love that it actually wasn't terrible. So that's nice. 100 people, though, showing up for this Night of Sin 14. The growth within a year. Gotta love it. Marcus Mahan losing to the Kimura, to Ray Cavallero, even though he had a 48. Great stuff there for Marcus Mahan. Tough break. Losing here. Now he's going to be 2-4-1. For Ray Cavallero, he is now 3-3. Getting a maybe not deserved win over Marcus Mahan. Roberto Ayala drawing here with Tobias Bastio. So both men 3-1 now. Tough break for both guys. As it did well though, as far as with the crowd. Now White Hot Wrestling was good. Just the crowd, not really into it, but got the crowd out of it though for the next matchup, which Michelle Bernard beating Keito Muramasa. Cross arm lock. It was a 47, so it did not in fact be the second best matchup like I thought it would. It might still be the second best matchup depending on how our main event goes though, I guess. Oh my god, but Kerry Fry and Nigel Stevenson. Mounted guillotine choke from Kerry Fry in the final seconds before the end of the match. Nigel Stevenson though with a 55. I figured he was going to outperform him, but what a great matchup though. Good shit. Good shit. Oh yeah. They don't click and the finish bombed entirely. Crazy. I don't know why it was a submission. It should have been a DQ. Is there not like DQs? Because it's supposed to be. That might have been a thing that I did not consider. Let's see if I can look at it from here. Let's see. Let's just add a new match, but I'll clone that. No, there's DQ. Huh. I guess it just didn't work like that, like a rage DQ. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, obviously, we know what happens. Rob Reynolds ends up using closed fist. Basically, he's got him in the corner, and instead of using palm strikes or even grappling him, it just starts raining down punches. And, Walter Tagg eventually, he's not going down, but he's a bloodied mess, with these closed fists. Which is going to be a hard thing to kind of pull off. That, it's like, well, how is he going to, how's he going to gig himself off of a punch? I guess you could have him take a fucking shoot punch, get Hardwade open up. But that's tough to open somebody up like that with a punch. You gotta, basically press your knuckle in a certain way. It's not easy. Not easy. So maybe have something in the buckle and have the ref kind of, while he's trying to get Rob Reynolds off him, maybe some Esteban, trying to get ordered. I'm yelling and I'm, trying to get up in the ring and being like, what the fuck, type of thing. To really put over that what he did was uncalled for and very unsportsmanlike. We don't want that here. Incident City grappling. Very, very funny that the show now bombed because of that, because we had an incredible co-main with Kerry Fry and Nigel Stevenson. But I knew it. I knew it was going to be bad. I should not have had that be the co-main. Should have had that actually open up the show. That probably would have been the smarter thing. To where you show the footage and just a pissed off Walter Tagg kind of pacing back and forth. That would have made more sense. I'm an idiot. But, hey, that's what happens. Is what it is. Obviously, we don't put over Kerry Fry, Nigel Stevenson, those boys put on a hell of a performance. Great shit, boys. Great shit. Oh my, yeah, we still lost 1,000, so not great, but yeah, basically 420 there. We basically covered the show costs, damn near, just about $12 short, and then the marketing, and then of course we just net loss of all the worker pay, which again, basically 50-50 on basic pay and having to pay for travel. But there's 10 for the popularity. That's nice. We'll see how we do money-wise with running 2 shows in the same month. I'm hoping it's going to work out, but it's a gamble for sure. Again, sometimes you just got to test it out and see what happens. But, man, this is something that we hopefully are going to continue some of the good things that we saw from Night 14 with Night 15. I'm really looking forward to the Walter Tagg Scary Terry matchup, so we'll see how that plays out. Alrighty, so for Night 15, we'll be, of course, giving some guys the night off. So as far as for this night, we have Blackwell Bush and Goro Hanamoto, Kinoshi Kawamura versus John Snyder, Rob Edwards and Jules Knight, Walter Tag and Terry Roundtree for the Sin City Grappling BMF title, and then Warren Turksbury and Sugar Amano. So as far as Rob Reynolds, basically the idea is I want him to be basically suspended for his actions, which is tough for him to kind of miss out on some more shows, but he'll basically miss the next set of tapings. But yeah, Roberto will be gone. Ray Cavallero. I want to keep Nigel in case I need him as an agent, but he is coming in from Japan, so it'd probably be best to have him miss out. Michelle Bernard. Damn, yeah, we would also have Marcus Mahan having to come in. And it would be tough. Yeah, we're just going to have to make do, unfortunately. But a lot of the guys are from the Southwest, at least, that we're going to be using tonight. Well, Walter Tagg's a Northwest guy, but he's a local talent, pretty much. Yeah, it just sucks again that Marcus Mann is not wanting to come over to the States full time, but I get it, though. I get it. Yeah, well, we're good here. Bakersfield. Oh, here we go. 120 people? That'd be nice. That would be nice. Again, booking team meeting that we don't need. So Terry Roundtree got into a heated argument with a fan. I love that. If somebody wants to fight the baddest motherfucker, he will fight you. Probably not a good call to piss that guy off. Sugar Mano, again, Ruffler versus Court. This time though, Marcus Mann's the judge here, as he found them guilty and sentenced to pay the full cost rather than reimburse his travel partners. Sugar Mano, probably going to be seeing a small positive impact for him. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we still can't address the locker room. That's fine. I figured so. It's only been a week, since the last show. Yes. For the opening contest, I feel like it's got to be Kiyoshi Kawamura and John Snyder, which John Snyder will win. So he will, in fact, get his first win since his debut, and for Kiyoshi Kawamura, 1-5, and it's not looking good. Not looking good at all for the man who won it in the main event of the very first show. And then we'll have Warren Turksbury, Sugar Amano, which Sugar Amano is going to beat Turksbury, so that's going to be a losing streak for Turksbury, which he was going to complain, but notice the intimidating sight of Sugar Amano cracking his knuckles and glaring. So a big win there for Sugar Amano. Blackwell Bush, Goro Hatamoto, both men, 2-2. And we see Blackwell Bush make it 3-2, getting the win over Goro Hatamoto. And then our co-main, Rob Edwards and Jules Knight, the man who was 7 matches unbeaten going into the main event of the final show of the year, last year. And he starts off the year losing to Rob Edwards just before the 10-minute mark. In our main event, of course, a title fight. In these title matches, they are added an extra, 20 minutes. Still the 1 rope break per person. It's going to be over in 12 minutes, though, as we're going to see Scary Terry get the win over Walter Tag, basically playing up of this guy got his fucking nose busted open. He's coming in 7 days after fighting. It's a tough turnaround for him, and he ends up losing because of it. But I'm hoping that's going to be a good show, though. I think it's going to go over pretty well. I like the co-main. I think the Blackwell Bush Goro Hanamoto match is going to go over pretty well, too. I'm liking it. I am liking it. So John Snyder gets one of the stretch muffler over Kiyoshi Kawamura. Poor Kawamura with a 30. He's been brutal this whole time. And he was the perfect guy for this company, though. A former MMA fighter. A guy who had, I want to say it was 20 fights. Might have not been that much. I thought he was 8-16 and 2 or some shit. But 118 people, though, at the Piper Casino is pretty great. Do love that. Yeah, John Snyder and Kiyoshi Kawamura, though, got the show off to a strong start. They're 41 for Warren Turksbury and Sugar Amano. The Turksbury did outperform him, but a big win, though, for Sugar Amano. I probably would have had him win with the palm strikes and just, kind of beat him into oblivion, but I get it. Because you could have a nice hope spot. He is the war machine. He's trying to fire up and power through it and kind of do a fighting spirit spot, but eventually he falls over and gets knocked out. Blackwell Bush with the inverted cloverleaf over Goro Hatamoto. He was the better guy, so I'm glad he gets the win there. And now 3-2. Oh, damn. Oh, we put slow build and not steal the show. I'm an idiot. Damn. But Rob Edwards beats Jules Knight, though, nonetheless, with a submission at 8:58. Tough break there with the crowd. Very hot, though. In our main event, and again, I must have kept on hitting slow build and not steal the show, as Scary Terry Roundtree gets the one with the arm triangle, chokes him out, gets the win. Your first defense, a successful one for the Sin City Grappling BMF champion. Huge win. Not the greatest of matches, unfortunately. We kind of fucked up on that one. Boy, back-to-back kind of rough shows. But, yeah, Night of Sin 16 and 17, I think it's going to go over a little bit better, hopefully. Fingers crossed there. As far as who to put over, I feel like it's bad to keep on putting over Scary Terry, but did have a good match. Yeah, we'll go him and Jules Knight. Felt like both those guys did well. Who would have thought it? Pretty much two of our top guys. Good shit. Yeah, we're still losing about 1,000 per show. God, yeah, again, we're still like 600 for pay and 400 for the bonuses on top of it. But at least we're getting a lot from ticket sales. So that's not too bad. We basically, again, covered the show costs of the ticket sales. And we covered half the marketing, so really just the net loss of the workers' pay. Not too bad. Not too bad odds. Still 10 on the popularity there. But hopefully we can get to Tiny. The closer we can get to Tiny, the better. We'll get another roll. And we'll be looking pretty good as far as hopefully we can get some money. That's the big thing here, is to luck out and get a money roll. Hopefully we don't lose any more money. Jesus Christ, that would be pretty brutal, though. And that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching. It's now been probably, it's been 16 shows, if you count the Kumite. Yeah, so 16 shows. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's funny, that 24. That hasn't been the worst show we've done ever, because I don't think we've even been below a 30. Yeah, lowest was 34 before that. Not great, just a bad finish. Because, man, that Carry Friday Nigel 7's a matchup. That would have put it to a 59 or 57, maybe, in that range. And that would have been the best show yet. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But what a win, though, for Carry Fry again over Nigel Sevenson. And we'll update everybody's records. We'll, as far as see who's the next challenger for Scary Terry. What's going to be the fallout of Rob Reynolds as far as getting the DQ like that with the closed fist. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time for February for the nights 16 and 17. And also, again, depending on how the finances are looking, right now we're about 1,000 in the hole, so that's not great. Because we should get half the sponsorship money, too. We'll probably end up losing about $700, if I had to guess, give or take. Yeah, give or take. So that sucks, but at least we're, ticket sales covered. It's just, the work, it's just not worth it, unfortunately. But we'll do it again, because we're crazy like that. As we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.